How you doing, Max? Do you need water?
Oh, no, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's what I know. At least I do. Can you get the lights for me? And would you watch for me for meditation? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, here we go. Sam, volume. Oh. Good to see you. Shofar. Good morning. Oh, I love this time of day. I love connecting. We are enjoying the sounds of the shofar. Look at this. I love this. Good morning, my friends. Good morning. Sam, let's run. Sam, can we run it again, please? I feel my feet. I feel myself moving around a lot. I feel my feet. I can tell that's where I'm at. So good morning. Come on in. Keep going. Let's have a seat. Thank you for joining us. I love this. I love when I can't wrangle the cats. Right? I love this. I do love this, actually. Look at this community. Look at them. Aren't they amazing? It brings me such joy. Such joy. Good morning. Good morning. And God morning. And good God morning. I'm Reverend Penni Honey. If you will please, as you are comfortable, stand and join us in the opening song. Today is Wiley Beveridge's birthday. Let's just send some energy that way. And we thank Wiley for bringing us this music. And these are some of our amazing Unity musicians. Up, please. Thank you. Words on the screen.
Our God is love. Our race is human.
Here we go.
Our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. Amen. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love. Our race is human.
As you are comfortable. Hi, Donna. Haven't you been to see us? You're back. And she brought her, huh? popping over there?
How's it going? Sorry, yeah. Oh, it's all good. No, never too busy. How's it going?
Man, we have got a lot to say today, don't we? I love this. I might not have spent so much time on my Sunday message if I'd have known we were going to be this chatty. Yes, Michael.
You got good greeters to bring them in.
That's right, baby. It's all about the greeters. And good morning again. I am Reverend Penni Honey. You have landed in one of the funnest spots on the planet here at Unity of Flagstaff Spiritual Center. Yeah. Oh, doesn't it feel good to connect? Doesn't it feel good to be a part of something greater than ourselves? And we invite you into that here at Unity of Flagstaff. Thank you to all of our YouTubers. Everybody wave at the camera. Thank you. I'm sure they sit at home and go, really? But you know what? There are a lot of places, I say this on Sundays, that you could have been. And you chose to be here this morning. I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful that you are aware of your own divinity and the desire to express that, and you found a room you could come and do that in today. And people all over the planet today are doing that in many, many different forms. All through the week, finding their way to express their divinity, to come to a place of peace within. And you came to 1800 South Milton. Yay! So thank you for that. Sam, can I get some PowerPoint back there? Thank you. Thank you. If you're here for the first time, I'd love to send you propaganda. And I'll be happy to do that if you fill out one of those little information cards that are amazing greeters. Round of applause for our greeters. I'm sure have seen that you have gotten. So thank you for that. I do want to run through a few of the little reminders. We don't like to do announcements around here, so, there's always another word for something, right? So today, the Course in Miracles folks are going to come back together. Been about, over, 6 weeks? Been about 6 weeks since we started our Course in Miracles. They have diligently been studying and reading and looking at that together. So today I'm going to feed them for being so diligent. We're going to have some homemade soup, and I appreciate you joining us, our Course in Miracles folks. Thank you. Who's participating in that? Just for the fun of it. There you go. Yeah, we've got some people doing that deal, and it's really cool. On September, I thought I'd be able to see that, and I was fooling myself. So here we go. September 28th at 6:45, we do what is called Let's Talk. And it is a fabulous circle of people that just come together. There's no agenda. I'm not even in charge. It's awesome. And we just open our hearts to the next discussion. And it is amazing the discovery that we have managed. October 1, we're going to start our Baby It's Cold Outside coat, glove, and hat drive. Over 200 warm pieces of clothing this community put together last year. Round of applause. Yes. I know 200 people that were warmed, and I know 200 different ways that we showed that love still prevails. And I'm grateful for that. There's going to be a big box over here to remind you every Sunday. Bring them in, new or gently used. We appreciate you. October 3rd, we're going to celebrate our second open mic night. It was a bang, man, and Max is one of our new musicians. Round of applause. Max was part of that open mic night. We're going to do that again on October 3rd. It's got some pastries, got some coffee, got some tea. It's just a lot of fun. And I like to call it a you call it contribution. You call it cover charge, because we appreciate donations around that. So thank you. Come and see us on October 3rd and on October 10th. At 3:15 p.m., we're all going to go down to that family food center, and we're going to feed our souls as we serve meals. Over 200 meals served in less than 2 hours. That's pretty impressive. But wait, there's more. So, all right, I didn't get a big response on people dressing up and looking like Halloween characters. So we took a different tact. What we're going to do is we're going to have a mystery dinner theater. And we will have people, thank you, I love that. And so we will have people that will step in and be the characters of the mystery theater. And then we will have spectators. Those of you who that may not be your cup of tea, but we sure know that you love fun, and that's what we intend to have. There's sign-ups for that outside, and as you can see, this is a fundraiser, so help me out on that, will you? We're going to have a lot of fun doing that. All right, I think we're done with this reminder thing, aren't we? Yes, thank you. I do, though, want to call your attention to this month is National Hispanic Heritage Month. I'd like for you for just a moment to consider the ground we are sitting on. Consider it. A lot of people have gone before us, a lot of heritage, a lot of Spanish heritage, a lot of Native American heritage. We're celebrating that this month, as I hope we will raise our awareness and celebrate it every day. Sam, can I get some PowerPoint back there, buddy? And now, let's take a breath. Like I say, take one for you, and take one for me. Here we are. So we open ourselves now to this time, to this space. We lift our consciousness that we might undo the thinking that may have gone on before this minute. That we may release to our next highest and greatest expression. We are safe. We are comfortable. We are connected. For this, we say thank you. Spirit leads, and we joyfully hang on. And so it is. And so we let it be. And it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our amazing Trina Getz as your platform assistant today. She's going to fill you in on a few things and lead us through. And this is her beautiful grandchild, Zoe. Zoe, yeah, come on, applause. Come on, you know it. Come on up, Trina, and share your light. We thank you and we appreciate you.
Love that picture. Great choice. I'm so glad to be here today. My name is Trina Getz, and welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. So, as is recommended as a practice in life, we are going to start with gratitudes and prayer requests. So, does anyone have, we have a little preface here. Now is the time to share what is happening with you. In the sharing, we see the value of collectively affirming with you and those you pray for that the presence of good is in all things, and the presence of God is in all things. We support each other knowing that God, the universe, spirit, whatever you call it, knows the details. Does anyone have a gratitude or prayer request they'd like to share with the community? Yes, we got one.
Well, I'm grateful to be here and for the beauty of this day, and I'd also like to affirm the health of our landlord and dear friend, Gary Dennis, and my sister-in-law, Kathy Rea.
So we are seeing perfect health, perfect healing. And we see you at peace with all of that, Laura.
I'm grateful for this incredible series of trips I'm taking in October. Get to see my favorite cousin and my daughter and all sorts of fun stuff up in the Northwest. And I'm nervous about it too. So definite prayers for connections made, and in both the literal and spiritual sense.
And Marcia, we're affirming safe and sage travel for you. It's easy, and you're protected, and you're loved, and you're just going to have a blast.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to just thank God for everyone that has safe, comfortable housing in our city, in our little community, and throughout the world. And I have a friend that told me yesterday that she just moved into a hotel and she's starting over. So, I just wish her the best and hope she has what those people that we're grateful have.
Yes.
So thank you so much for your prayers in that regard.
So we are affirming abundance and an abundance consciousness. And we also see where our feet are called into action around that.
Well, this is kind of weird, but I had a definitely spiritual experience watching, of all people, William Shatner on TV in a program that interviewed lots and lots of people who have had after-death experiences. And that's really calming for me, having just lost my wife.
And thank you, Keith, for the reminder that God is present in all moments, at all times, in all things. And thank you for opening your heart to seeing that with William Shatner. Right? Where can we go that God isn't? So we're affirming that. And Keith, we see this easy as you move through this time. We affirm that with you. Look, there's one right here.
Today is my mother's birthday. She has long left this earth, but was a very important figure in my life who spent lots of time worrying about what her son was all about. So, gratitude for my mother on her birthday today.
And Bob, apparently in this particular case, worrying was pretty fruitful.
But he warned it.
And warranted. Yes, we celebrate her with you, Bob. And we give thanks to her because we got blessed too in the deal. Yeah, we did. I love this part. One of these days, this is all we're going to do, I'm telling you. Anyone else? Okay.
We are grateful for all of the requests and good news that we have just heard. Again, we affirm that each condition, person, situation is an expression of the divine. We claim love, wisdom, healing, and wholeness. We remember that no circumstance changes or separates us from our divinity. So it is, and so we let it be. And I would like to thank and point out the members of our prayer team. Where are those beautiful souls? I see a bunch of prayer hands going up. Thank you for being there. Prayer team members are available to pray for you after the service. If you would like that, you can also write your requests on the prayer boxes on the other side of the piano there, so please feel free to put a prayer in that box. Our prayer team will pray over it, and then they will send it to Unity Village where they will pray over that prayer. So please use that beautiful service. Unity Principle. It is time for Unity Principle number 1. So let's say that together. God is all there is and present everywhere. This is the force of love and wisdom that underlies all of existence. And now I get to say a few words of inspiration. So I had to look up Rosh Hashanah. Although I grew up in Skokie, Illinois, which had a large Jewish population for whatever, and I'm familiar with the words, but I wasn't really that familiar with what the celebration was. So I looked it up. It marks their new year, and it also honors the creation date. So we're really honoring when Adam and Eve were created. So we're celebrating humanity in the sense that that's when humans, came to be here. The first relationship. So really, we're honoring relationships, too. Relationships with each other, relationships with our fellow humans, and the human connection to God's world. So I found this beautiful daily word from November 23rd, 2004. And it's called, I Celebrate My Sacred Kinship with All Humanity. How perfect is that? Traditions, from ordinary activities to sacred practices, have come down through generations within families, congregations, and communities. We honor the past and its traditions, but we also recognize that there is more than one way to celebrate a holiday, to pray, or to appreciate the beauty and diversity of God's world. Celebrating God's love for us and our love for one another as members of the family of God is a tradition we all share. When we see the divine in every person, we are continuing and strengthening a most sacred tradition. And from Joshua chapter 22, verse 5, take good care to observe the commandment and instruction that Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, to keep his commandments, and to hold fast to him, and to serve him with all your heart and all your soul. And I really feel like when we're serving God, when we're serving our fellow man, we're really, or our fellow human beings who really are in service of God. I think that's the truth of it. I went and got my car washed today by a family, and I didn't know what they were representing. I just decided I need my car washed. So there's a little group on Milton that's doing that. Turns out that they're just a family that's trying to raise money for one of their members that has cancer, or one of their good friends that has cancer. It was a Hispanic family. The whole family participated. There was a little 3-year-old. There was all the men came up and hand washed my car, and it was just lovely. And I thought, what a great way to show up for each other. What a great example of our humanity. Yes. That they were just, 5 hands working on my car, 5 hands drying it off, soaping it down, getting every spot, and I was like, this is delightful. So, celebrating our humanity, our relationships with those around us.
Thank you, Trina. And now we will prepare for meditation. Thank you, Trina. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. You guys will see me doing this stuff often. That's usually because there's helpers all around the room. And that point means this, and that point means that. It takes many hands, doesn't it? Yeah. So thank you. All right, so breathe, my friends. Spirit, right here, right now. So we feel our physical bodies in the room, our feet planted on the ground. We feel the joy of connection. And we begin to rest into this time of recognizing our connection once again with the divine. It is in these times of meditation and quiet that we have the opportunity to allow Spirit to catch up with us. I invite you now to breathe in and to release. I invite you now to recognize and feel the warmth of the light of life that resides within you. And we breathe. We see that light healing us. We see that light melting some of those sharp edges, those points of disconnect. We recognize the power of that light within. We embrace that light within. And we breathe. And we feel that life force moving through our bodies. And we rest in this place where we are safe. We continue to watch that light within us as it expands throughout our bodies. And we feel it starting to emanate out into the room. And we know our connectedness with all. There is joy here. There is healing here. And as we see that light move through and around this space, we see it start to seep out into our beautiful community of Flagstaff. That healing power, connection, that life-giving force of love. And we breathe. We see the hearts and the minds in our beautiful community touched and warmed by the knowing of the presence, whatever name that may be, whatever celebration that might come as. And we feel that light continue out across our state, across our continent, and wrapping our planet in light. And we hold this vision. We claim the healing. We celebrate the love. And we rest for just a moment in the silence. One power, one presence. We give thanks. We accept the gifts of this time, in this moment. We free our thoughts, and we allow ourselves to be blessed. And we know this for all others. And so it is. And so we let it be. Max Selby, new musician joining us, yeah? Part
Thank
of
you.
our open mic night. See how we've been blessed already? Look at that.
All was quiet on the bridge that night. The signs bejeweled in foreign tongue. Above more stars than I had seen before, and scent so alien, so new to me. But there was something else that made this part, tore the blindfold from my eyes. It was those rhythms in the way you moved, as all your grace began unfolding on the shoreline of the bay. Is this what you remember of me, as I forced reluctant feet back on the train? And now I lose myself in the thoughts I had when I look back to August 2011. I could not believe my eyes when I saw this place, and it hit me. I made it out and I'm born again, but it's not the same without you here. And as we sat upon the bank that night, you told me of all the strain your heart had seen. And I thought, will you warn me if there's more to come, so I can brace my own, and if you hold it out, I'll hold it in. Is this what you remember of me, half unclothed and bearing more than just the cold? Yeah, we passed our days in the strangest ways. It's the way we were in August 2011. I don't mean to dwell on the past, but I'm telling you now, yeah, I fell hard and I fell fast. I couldn't count the things that I adored about you. I thank heaven for all that took me so far from home. No specters, no other worlds, only our own. No, I took nothing else from that spot, just that moment that we left out on the shore. And now I lose myself in the thoughts I have, the way we were in August 2011. I could not forget that night, but I know how this works. I know you can't always win, but that's okay. I felt it once, and now I know.
Thank you.
I told you they would love you. I know. I feel good. Oh, now it's my turn.
So this phrase came to me this week. Gateways to gratitude. I said, well, that's interesting. I said, what am I going to do with that? Well, so I started counting. You know, it's like just 60 days before Thanksgiving, right? I know. Okay, everybody, don't panic. It's okay. And I thought, all right, so I started thinking about harvest time. You know, being a good old farm girl like I am. And I started thinking about canning and cooking, and so I made soup. And I started thinking about gateways to gratitude, and I started considering the fact that we are celebrating. Our Jewish community is celebrating Rosh Hashanah today at sunset. And as Trina shared with you, it really is, it's the beginning of their high holy days, which are known as, and I love this phrase, I am so going to steal this phrase, days of awe. The days of awe. Rosh Hashanah is truly about celebrating the birth of humanity as the Jewish teachings go. And it starts off their high holy days, the days of awe. I said, I can so get into that. Days of awe, instead of days of shopping, instead of days of how many people am I feeding, instead of days of, here we go, it's only 60 days. Days of awe. And I started considering that the birth of humanity, celebrating humanity, the birth of humanity as their story goes. And I thought, well, okay, so how do I fit this into gates of gratitude, right? Gateways to gratitude. And what I found out was, and this term was shared with me this week in one of my Course in Miracles reading by my friend Sandy. She said it's the soup. It's the soup that we're in, this soup of humanity. That's why all of that kind of starts going like this in my little brain. Thanksgiving, Rosh Hashanah, how do I bring all that in? How do I do shut up. Just shut up. It's the soup we're in. And by acknowledging Rosh Hashanah, by acknowledging that celebration, what we say in these rooms at Unity is this, is that we're all one. And the very fact that they bring us this celebration of the days of awe, that in itself changes how I can show up in the world. And when I started integrating that and I started thinking about this soup of humanity that we participate in, and in our teaching here in Unity, we would say, as our principle number 3 says, thoughts have creative power to determine events and attract experiences. That's my part in the soup. That's my part. And of course, our principle number 1, that God is all, is present everywhere. And how about principle number 2, that human beings are divine at their core? These are days of awe, my friends. These are days of awe. Today at sunset, with Rosh Hashanah starting, being that beginning, part of Rosh Hashanah is letting go of your wrongdoings. Now in Unity, what we would say is our erroneous thoughts. Anybody have one? You don't have to raise your hand. Please don't raise your hands. But releasing our erroneous thoughts of how we see the world. And how about this one? Our erroneous thoughts of how we see humanity. It's so easy, isn't it? So easy to get there. And it would only stand to reason that any celebration about humanity would need to start with releasing those. It would stand to reason that there is a clearing that has to take place. In the Course in Miracles, they say it this way. Boy, you guys are going to start hearing me say that a lot. In the Course in Miracles, it says this. I'm reading it every day, twice. It says this: undoing the way you see it now. That's what part of Rosh Hashanah also is about. It's a new year. It's a new way of being on the planet. Anybody want to undo the way you see something now? One thing in your life, consider it right now. Got one? I've got a list if you need one. Okay. One thing. Got it? What would it look like if we started to undo the way that we see that now? What would it look like in this room if everyone committed to have one thing be seen in a different way? One thing that brings you angst. One thing that just rubs you the wrong way. One thing, like I like to say, is sandpaper to your soul. What would it look like in this room, just this room? What would happen to the consciousness? Yeah, I know. Sounds kind of cool, doesn't it? Want to do it? Want to do that? Let's do that. I could just go sit down. Oh, don't applaud that, please. Mad, scared, unhappy, irritated, agitated. Yeah. Welcome to being human. Welcome to that. One thought that brings you any of that you could undo, that you could see it differently now. Undoing the way that I saw $274.22 being hacked out of my bank account. Now that's not a whole big bunch of money, but it's all percentages. And I was not able to undo that experience right away. I was mad. And I was looking for somebody to blame. And then I had to read the Course in Miracles again about undoing the way I was seeing it now. Well, tell those automatic payments that. I didn't like it, and I didn't like what I was seeing. I didn't like that I was seeing the money had been hacked out of my account, and I didn't like the way I was seeing it. And then I started to think about that thing that we talk about with Byron Katie when she says, so how many times did that event happen? Once. And how many times are you going to run that story, Penny? Who now is the perpetrator? Me. I'm the one that's wrapped up in it. I'm the one that's spinning down I'm the one that's suffering because I can't undo the way I'm seeing it in this moment. The birth of humanity, the celebration of humanity, is only available to us when we start to open the way and we start to undo the way that we see things now. We can only celebrate our own humanity when we start to undo these stories like bank, people hacking in my account. Don't they know how hard I work? Don't they know that's not fair? Don't they know that's not theirs? Now who's being mean? And I actually took myself on this little journey. Wasn't very successful at first. I will just absolutely out loud admit that. I'm going to see this in a different way. I'm going to undo the way I'm looking at this. Maybe somebody's baby got fed because they found a way to get $277, $74. Don't let me exaggerate. Maybe somebody got what they needed at a doctor's office or at a pharmacy because they figured out a way to do that. I am not condoning the behavior. Don't think that. Oh, please get into my account. I did not say that on YouTube. But what I did get to do is start to look at the humanity in it. There was humanity to be found in that experience. I could start to see that I am grateful. I am blessed that I have $274 that somebody can take out of my account. I am. There's been times in my life that that wasn't true. I didn't have $274 in my account. I don't want to talk about that. And so, but what I started to wonder is, what is the gate of opportunity here? What is the gateway? What is the opportunity that I can open to in this? Like the little thing on my mirror says that I'm sure I ignore most of the time, who do you want to be today? How do you want to show up today, Penny? Is really $274 worth all this stress and angst that you were putting yourself through? Yes. Well, okay, no. Is it really necessary for me to get so angry and be so hung up on this? No. Can I step back and say, I'm going to celebrate the humanity in this. I'm going to look for the gateway of opportunity that this is opening up, and I'm going to do that by undoing the way that I previously saw it. Now, the money's back in my account. Yeah, I'm celebrating that. So is APS. But the point is to be present to my own humanity and feel what that felt like. Be afraid, be sad, be mad, be those things, and then undo those feelings when I remembered my own humanity. Because then, in that moment, I got to look out and I got to see it all as humanity. It all became humanity in that moment. It all became the opportunity for me to truly see that God is in it. Now, this is not new stuff. Sometimes I go, I just said that last week. And I probably did. But truth is truth, and that's the way it goes. But how you perceive it and how you bring it into your life and how you apply it in your everyday events, that is how we can start to undo the way we see things, and we can shift them, and we will change the planet. We will celebrate humanity from a new place when we can start to do that. There are so many great stories. Nicenews.com, check it out. That's what it's called, nicenews.com. Check it out. So many good stories about the good that gets done on this planet and how we celebrate humanity. How we truly stand in our greatness. Here's one. In the pre-dawn hours of a Saturday morning in January, an arsonist set fire to the Victoria Islamic Center in Victoria, Texas. The fire gutted the building, and it shocked the community. Immediately, every Christian-based community stepped up and said, you can use our space. Immediately, they started a GoFundMe, $850,000 raised like that. Immediately, humanity won again. We are divine at the core of who we are. If some thought is wrapping you around something that makes you not see that gets in the way of you expressing and experiencing that, undo it. Just start the process, and the gateways to gratitude will open to you. The gateways to prosperity will open to you. So $274 turned into an unexpected check of $150 in the mail. I like it when it happens that way. It opened the gateway when I said, I can see the humanity in this. Now, I am not always going to be able to get there like that. Don't even have that impression. But I can, is the point, and so can you. Where in your life can you start to unwind the way you see things? Undo what is keeping you from seeing those gateways to gratitude, to prosperity, to love, to joy, to celebrating humanity. And then bring it down. But I've got this problem. I've got this diagnosis. I've got this information. I've got this fear. Unwind it. Undo it. Look for the humanity in it. See your own humanity in it. I'm not saying don't take action. I'm not saying to ignore how you feel. What I'm saying is feel it and start to unwind it. Start to take it apart so that it can serve you, so that it can open these greater levels of consciousness, these amazing ways to show up in the world. I am really, no, that would be untrue. I'm kind of happy that happened this week. But I'm really happy that it led me to this moment of celebrating humanity. We have so much good on this planet. Come join us the second Monday every month. Watch us feed 200 people. Watch us, our little team of 5 or 6 people. You want to celebrate humanity? Serve that tray like we talked about. And see that that person feels that love and that nourishment and that care. It will change your life. It's changing your life right now. If you let it. If you allow yourself to undo whatever prevents you from celebrating the humanity in that moment. Want to be blessed? Anybody? No, really. You want to be blessed? This is interactive. This is I already am. Love that answer. Start to move toward recognizing your own humanity and the humanity around you. We must learn to let go, to give up, to make room for the things we have prayed for and desired, Charles Fillmore says. Yay, humanity. We must learn to let go, to give up, and to make room for the things that we have prayed for and desired. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity. Unwind it. Undo it. Let it be. This is the time that you get to celebrate. And happy Rosh Hashanah. Namaste.
will never sing a song the way it's supposed to be, and I'll never write another word or melody until you're coming back my way. Well, this goes out to all the fallen in love, all the pretty little faces that are sent from above. This is my message to you. Don't be long, I'll be strong for you. Just keep on this song, I'll sing along with you. Because you're never that far away, I wanna hear you sing, I wanna hear you singing. Because you're never that far away, I wanna hear you sing, I wanna hear you singing. Well, I'm a nighttime lover with my head in the stars. You're something other altogether, but I don't know what you want of me. I see the things that only you see. So if you take my hand, then I'll take your breath. Forget everything else, just meet me at the sunset now. I see the world as you see. Don't be long, I'll be strong for you. Just keep on this song, I'll sing along with you. Because you're never that far away, I wanna hear you sing, I wanna hear you singing. Because you're never that far away, I wanna hear you sing, I wanna hear you singing. I wanna hear you singing. Because you're never that far away, I wanna hear you sing, I wanna hear you singing. Because you're never that far away, I wanna hear you sing, I wanna hear you singing.
Thank you, Max. You think we ought to have him back?
Wow.
Yes, we will.
What a treat. Thank you, Max. And thank you, Penny. Beautiful message. Just what I needed to hear. I don't know about anybody else. So it is time to receive our good. Greeters, come forth. There are time. Let's see. Please prepare for our time of abundance. Yes, I'm reading. The script has changed a little bit since I last looked at it. Also on the back wall are our announcements. You can pick up in one of those bags. And you can also pick up one of our abundance quotes from one of those beautiful gift bags over there. So please take some of those home with you. Everything you need to know about the events at Unity of Flagstaff can be found at www.unityofflagstaff.org.
Gonna keep saying it.
All right, so let's affirm together these beautiful baskets. Together, we celebrate our humanity through our gifts. We are abundant in connection, treasure, and expression.
Go forward, my friends. And as you are comfortable, the words to this song are on your chairs. Stand when you feel ready or not.
In the morning when I get out of bed, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. Before I even lift my head, I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. I claim a blessing. This is how I start the day. Knowing
Yeah, whoops. Thank you for your generosity. Your gifts support the continuation of this community. Coats, 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 coats. Don't forget coats. We are one with Source. We are abundant and generous. We open to our good. Thank you, Spirit. And together we affirm the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well. Create an amazing week, my friends. Claim your blessings. Yeah.